it's Cassandra, and I'm talking a little bit about sparkle-centered living, which is my philosophy, and I'm also showing you a couple of really good ways you can draw yourself into your own state of well-being. So sparkle-centered living is a philosophy that I started writing about in 1996, and it's about pulling yourself into alignment and then radiating out. So this is definitely something that I hold dear to my heart, because the work really is about confidence and caring about other people and pulling from your own sense of presence. Everybody has a sense of presence that they can command when they're not speaking, and that's important. So a lot of people focus on speaking and presentation skills and what they sound like, what their voice sounds like. But I'm also talking about when you're not talking, when you're thinking, when you're acting, when you're premeditating things to do, when you're deciding how you're going to act towards a person. Is it going to be nice? Is it going to be mean? Please try to go with the nice way. So that's one way you can pull yourself into well-being. Art journaling for well-being is something that I talk about. You can find the free ebook about it on my blog. It's a picture of my daughter and I. Here's my blog, and I don't want to blind you. You can go here and sign up here for my newsletter and find out all about what art journaling for well-being is all about. Another thing you can do is cut flowers. These are from my garden. I mentioned on a previous video that I love to photograph peonies the way they are captured in black and white. It's white ones that I'm photographing, but the way these smell, they're fresh in the garden, they have a little bit of rain on them. It's a beautiful thing to just put a couple of flowers together. So what I've done is put some rubber band at the bottom. This is 3 put together with a rubber band. So that's going to make me a lovely, simple, beautiful arrangement in a glass. I will put a ribbon around this later, but to show you for demonstration purposes, that's a lovely thing to do. So male, female, it doesn't matter. Putting together a simple green arrangement, natural floral arrangement, is something that we can all do to pull ourselves back into that sense of balance and well-being. Well-being isn't necessarily about being joyous all the time. It's also about having and achieving that state of balanced contentment. So this is a creative act that you can do to bring that balance about. So I was mentioning that men might like to do this. Maybe you're not attracted to floral arrangements. All green arrangements are a nice thing to do. Clipped branches. This is boxwood. It's a beautiful evergreen broadleaf plant, and so it's considered an evergreen, like a needle plant, needle tree. But you can also use these beautiful leaves. The leaves are nice and broad. So on a previous video, we also showed carnations. I've cut the stems down as the bouquet is fading and put them in these tiny little arrangements. And this is a practice that I use ongoing. Having an ongoing practice. This one's starting to dry. It will dry eventually. But having this ongoing practice of flower arranging, it's a nice simplifying practice. Many people do it. I've done it for years. I've had this garden for many, many years. And I always love to cut these and smell these at this time of year, because the peonies only last for a certain time and then they fade away. The petals start to fall off, and then that's it for them. Another wonderful thing to do is photograph these arrangements and give them to friends. That's a lovely, simple, inexpensive gift that anyone can do. That's a little way to shine without bragging too much. So what I'm going to leave you with is go to my blog, look up Art Journaling for Well-Being, find out what my Sparkle-Centered Living is about. You will see this other places. This is where it originated. I'm being propelled to say that because it's where it originates from. So Art Journaling for Well-Being is something that you can pick up for free. It's an ebook on my blog. Find out what that is. That can bring you into a calming state when you're faced with things that don't always go your way. When you want to pull things into your own state of alignment. When you want to radiate out because you have to love the people around you. You have to be an example and a mentor to the people who you interact with, and especially to the young people in your life, where you want to present yourself as the best person possible and do all of your healing and your life work. There's my timer. I have to go. I'm going to say goodbye now.